Hi, this is Archie from Mojulate, and today we're going to be making a melodic house idea in 15 minutes with help from our liquid preset pack for Arturia's CS-80V and a couple of our sample packs, namely the Melodic House and Techno Volume 2 and the Boiler sample pack. But first, let's get a preview of what the end product is going to sound like, and then we're going to go back and explain exactly how this is made. So we want to start with a bass line to begin with for this. So let's load in CS-80V and go into the liquid preset pack. Let's find a nice bass line first of all. Thinking something a bit more filtered. Yeah, that sounds quite nice. Let's go with that. So let's get a simple bass melody in there first of all. Let's go something like that. Yeah, that sounds nice, except the last note. I think let's change that. Let's quantize it up, maybe just move it up one semitone. Let's see how that sounds. Yeah, that's better. Let's drop it down an octave, duplicate it for 16 bars. So next thing to do, let's get a lead in there. Let's go back into the liquid preset pack again, and let's have a look at some lead sounds. Sounds quite nice. Maybe come back to that one. Yeah, I like that. A bit more filtered to go with the bass line. Yeah, that goes well with the bass line. Let's get that recorded in. Let's take the start off there. Wasn't that good? See how that sounds. Just turn them down a little bit so there's a bit more room in the mix for the rest of the elements. I think that the lead maybe needs something to go with it. Maybe that last sound that we had before. I think it was bite. Lead to bite, I think it is. Let's just quickly duplicate that, the MIDI onto that. Drop the volume a little bit, and let's go back in and choose bite. Yeah, that sounds really good. So you've got a bright sound with a filtered sound for the leads. They go really well together. I don't like layering more than 2 leads together, as it can get quite messy. Preferably 1, but if 2 if needed. But they go really well together, like I said. So let's get a kick drum in. Yeah, that sounds cool. That's number 7 from the Melodic House and Techno Volume 2. Record that in. Just turn it up slightly. I like to put my kicks at around minus 9 decibels and mix around the kick, leaving around about minus 4 decibels on the master before it's mastered, which gives it plenty room. So let's just add some sidechain onto the bass line. Quite a lot of sidechain on there, but it's just to duck it because the kick's quite long. And again, let's group the leads and add another sidechain onto the leads. A little bit less sidechain on the leads because they're not going to clash with the kick that much, because they're quite bright sounds. So let's add, let's see, what have we got? Let's add some hi-hats. Let's get a top loop in there. Sounds quite nice. Let's just lower the volume on that again. Maybe another, just to add some depth. It's quite nice. Yeah, I like that. Let's go with that. Round about the same volume as the other one, as the other loop. Speed up a bit. 1, 2, 4 beats per minute. It's already coming together really nicely. Let's just add a tom here to add some groove to the drums. Maybe first though, let's just add some distortion to the bass line. Maybe the mid-range needs a little bit more, because it is quite a filtered sound. But we don't want to bring up the cut-off a little too much, because it will interfere with the lead sounds. So let's just saturate a bit of that mid-range and take off a bit of the bottom end with some EQ from FabFilter's Pro Q2, which is my go-to EQ plugin. Sounds really cool. So, like I said before, let's get a tom in there to add some groove to the drums. Again, from Melodic House and Techno Volume 2. Just a simple groove there to go with the kick drum. Let's get that quantized. Take a little bit of the bottom end off so it's not interfering with the bass line too much, because the bass line is quite bassy. So let's now look at some claps to add even more groove. Let's get that in. Find a cool clap. Snappy clap. That sounds really good. Go with that. Taking the sustain down to make it even snappier. Again, because the bass line's quite long and sustained, we just want a really short clap. So it's a bit louder. Sits quite nice in the mix. And let's have a look at some effects here from the boiler pack, which has got some, it's more for like dirty sounds and like crunchy sounds. So again, with the sweeps and impacts, it's good for those kind of sounds. So let's add them in. I think the pack is, all of the sounds are at 124 BPM. So as this project's at 124, we can just take off the warp and it'll be matched to the BPM. Let's see how that sounds with all the elements. A little bit louder. Another sweep perhaps. Let's go for another effect now. Yeah, I really like this one. It's number 20. The effects sweep. Use this one a lot in my own productions. Let's find an impact. Nothing too bright. Yeah, that might work. Let's take the warp off. So now we've got most of the drums in, let's add a pad sound. So go straight down to the pads. Let's see what we've got. There's quite a few cool pad sounds in here. We want something a little bright, but not too much that it'll interfere with the leads in the mix. This might go. Let's try this. So let's get something recorded in. It's nice and subtle. Let's get that recorded. Chop off the end, quantize the top ones, and then just move that over. I think let's add the bass notes in for the pad, just to add a bit more low to mid range. I think it's D, F, and A sharp. I think that's right. So let's just add an EQ to the pad and do the same to the leads to see where the frequencies, where it's mainly hitting and where it's its loudest, so we can take off that from the pad. So as you can see, it's around 600 to 1600 or so. So that's the range we want to take off from the pad, so it doesn't interfere with it in the mix, like I mentioned previously. So let's just take off a few decibels of the pad, around 600 to 1600, so the lead can be heard more in that specific range. Yeah, as you can hear, it sounds much better in the mix. It's not fighting. It's not fighting with it. Let's just add a little bit more top end to those leads. We're almost there. I think maybe we should just add some filter to the start of the track and slowly filter in those leads so you can hear the bass line more at the start, and they'll filter in towards the drop. So just over 15 minutes, we've managed to get the Melodic House idea down with the CS-80V and a few sounds from Melodic House and Techno Volume 2 and a sweep from the Boiler sample pack as well. The Ableton project is available in this pack as well, so if you download it from our site, this will be available to work on. If you like the content, please like and subscribe and help the channel grow. We're going to be doing plenty more videos like this, mixing and mastering, sound design, synths, and everything in between. So hope to see you on the next one.